I don't even know if you can hear me, but on this hot Saturday morning, I am on my way to the game store, Block 101, for my first ever commander party for Final Fantasy. Woo! Alright, so I just got back from the game store because I joined my first ever commander party, and this one was themed after the most recent, at the time of this recording, at the time of the stream, because this is also on stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/asicon. Check that out if you can. But yeah, first ever commander party, attending events to the game store, blah blah blah. I typically don't play commander at game stores with complete strangers because it's kind of scary. But the goal of this was to primarily get the pack, the promo card, maybe a game or two. But you know, since it started early and I was there on time, I got my cousin to join me, so I wasn't completely, alone with strangers. I don't know. It was a fun experience. It was a fun day, and I actually didn't do as bad as I thought. Given that, like, the rules were you had to bring a bracket 3 deck with the commander being from the FIN set or the FIC set, which is the FIN being the main Final Fantasy set, and FIC being the commander Final Fantasy set. No FCAs allowed, which is the bonus sheet Final Fantasy Through the Ages, which are reskins of existing Magic cards. Like it's a different, like, say they put Kuja, they put Kuja with the really bad PS1 screenshot as the card art. First things first, we did get, well, you pay to join the event, but you're essentially getting most of that value in the form of a Final Fantasy booster pack and the choice of a promo upon joining. So you're kind of paying for the promo, which is still fine. You get to play Magic, and if you do well, you get prizes. I think top 8 got prizes whether they win or lose, and it's more about like Swiss points. I did not make top 10. I think I was in top 8. I was, I think, within the top 10s, which the prizes stop. And then the top 4 get more prizes. I think they get more booster packs, and they get a promo pack from Standard, which is nice. But speaking of boosty packs, we do have one, and here is the deck I brought. Also, the music has stopped. Hold on. So I brought good old Golbezers, Kuya Golbez, one of my favorite Final Fantasy villains. Basically Darth Vader, because FF4 is mostly Star Wars, but I will talk more about the deck later. We will open the said pack that I got, and let me show off the actual goal for joining the thing, which was the promo card, which I forget where I put it. Because I didn't bring out things. So yeah, I also got a Kuja for dirt cheap, 35 pesos. Nope, that's not it either. I'll talk about this later. There it is. There, gorgeous Culling Ritual featuring the 4 fiends from Final Fantasy IV. Oh my god, it's glorious. The foiling is so nice on this. It's so bright. Maybe because this was intended to be a foil from the get-go. Maybe that's what makes it look nicer. It's gorgeous. The D-Spark was also really nice, but I think most people were going for this for the functionality because Culling Ritual is very good. I just wanted it for primarily because I don't have Culling Ritual too, but primarily for the art. And hell, if I joined again, I might be able to get the D-Spark. Well, if they hold Commander Party again. Also, the unique part about Commander Parties is, aside from the restriction upon which commander to use, there were also additional rules that you had to follow, and there was a mini game associated with the Commander Party event, which was very fun. It kind of sort of mattered a little bit, but first let's open this old boosty pack. I don't know if it's good, might be trash. Most people's packs they said were trash. Why can't I ever open these? There you go. It's amazing how those YouTubers do it. I can never rip and ship. Let's do the thing. Oy, nako, campfire. I forget if it was 4 or 5 cards. Hero token. I forget what summons this. This one I know. This is a Black Mage's Rod. This, the colorless hero token. I don't know. A wizard and a hero. All right. Let's look at the booster pack. Gratia, Ignis, Adventurous Airship, Python, Broken Sentinel, Trash of Right. Again, I have so many of that. My boy, Marlboro. Very good. Chocobo Cake. Suplex. Oh, my cousin was offering me the foil when I should have gotten it. Dang. Gunggaga na putay. Okay. Community Beavers and foil. Okay. Okay. Ay, nako! Steiner, get out of here. Go home, man. It's okay. I guess it costs 1. It's fine. Tigris Fish, and this is a nothing. Human Wall again. Okay. Nothing. It's cute. At least I technically don't have a copy of Excalibur 2, so this is my first one. Alright, a bunch of these I already do have. Ignis. I have an Ignis already. Yep, that's the pack. That's the pack. The Culling Ritual also very, very pretty. So pretty. My goodness. Okay, I guess I can talk about this. Like, there's print on it, baby. This is one of the additional rules you have to follow. So, if you don't control a hero token, pay 2. Create a 1/1 colorless hero token. Activate only a sorcery on your turn. Be sure to give them a name. Nobody did that, because none of us had, like, pens and whatnot. But I love how it's not corner rounded at all. It's very jaggy square. Let us fix that. Let's fix that, shall we? Gorgeous. There. Now it looks more like a proper card. And it's still horribly misaligned. And I love it more because of that. I will be keeping this. I'll probably try to draw something, maybe write something. We'll see. I will keep that. That is a good, memorable thingy to have. So here's how the commander party for Final Fantasy went down. Okay, I did not take into account that these are not centered. So today, June 21st, Saturday, 11 a.m. Registration fee, 800, blah, blah, blah. Chance to win these? Sure. Oh, I didn't know there was another promo. It was just the Cavern of Souls. I can't even read that. Here's the alternate rules thingy. So, there were quests that you had to do. Each player receives the card listing the ability and cost for creating a hero creature token during play. Each player also receives a checklist sheet displaying the 5 quests that can be marked off. and completed during play. At the beginning of your end step, if you control a hero, you may complete your next unfinished quest and claim a reward. We'll talk about rewards later. For now, let's go over the quests. Quest 1, Combat Tutorial. An opponent was dealt damage, combat damage in particular, this turn. And if you have done this while controlling a hero token, at your end step, you get to claim a reward. Again, we'll go through that in a bit. And to go through each quest, you need to complete the prior one. So you can't just go from quest 1 to 2. You have to do 1 first, then 2 to 3 to 4, etc. The second one being casting 2 or more spells this turn. Controlling a hero token at your end step will let you claim a reward. Quest number 3, control 4 or more creatures. That's easy. 2, 3, and 4 are really easy because you're gonna get there anyway. Quest 4, control 6 or more lands. Quest 5, this is, I think, only one table got this down. What I heard was they cast an edict effect, which caused each opponent to sacrifice a creature, and there was one player who only had 1 blocker. So he got smacked for 1 after that, and ended up actually winning via the quest alternate win con. You control a hero that dealt combat damage to a player this turn. At the end step, if you still control a hero token, doesn't have to be the same one, you win the game. You just win the game. Finish all 5 quests, you win the game. Alternate win con there. And yeah, this was the card. This is what's written on the back. And the rewards. Here's the rewards. So when you claim a reward, which is completing a quest and controlling the hero token at the end step of your turn, roll a d6 and take the associated action. So if you roll a 1, create the treasure token. Roll a 2, create a food token. Roll a 3, put a 1/1 counter on a creature you control. Roll a 4, scry 2. Roll 5, draw a card. Roll 6, return a creature card from graveyard to your hand. So these are obviously named after Final Fantasy things. The money in Final Fantasy, the Chocobo feed, experience points, eye drop, secure blindness, a key item, which is important, so draw a card, and Phoenix Down. The first few games I had, I did not get to complete the quest, so... And when I saw how it kind of became an arm race early on, because it's free value, and it was incentivizing people to not do their usual turn 1 and 2 ramps, but instead to create a hero token and hopefully get to smack someone for free next turn to start off the quest, because quest 1 is difficult to do when the boards are established and there are blockers galore. 2, 3, and 4, once you've done it, once you've completed quest 1, is easy. That's just playing the game. Also, there is a rule, there was a hard rule during the event where you can't combo off and do your 1 turn kills, your OTKs, until turn 7. So people were keeping track of turn counts, and it was really funny watching them hold back before they popped off. Apparently a few outliers did it and were able to weasel their way through the judges. But most people were like checking or counting turns. Turn cycles rather, not just overall turns, but individual turns. And once they hit their 7th turn, they're gonna try to end the game. And it was extra funny because when most of my opponents did, you would hear groans around the table of each other players saying, "Oh man, next turn I was gonna do this infinite combo if it got back to me." Oh, that was hilarious. It's nice putting restrictions on these baller players rocking the most fancy cardboard I've seen. All the fetches, all the foily shocklands, OG dual lands, good lord. Most of their commanders were in Surge foil, full art, borderless profile. Good gravy, man. That was an experience. Also appropriately wearing a Final Fantasy shirt, which someone did praise me for. So kudos to them. Kudos to the man who sold me the Kuja card, actually. Thank you. I forget your name, Jesus Christ, I'm sorry. We did ended up playing as well, and that was actually one of the the fairer games that I had today. Talking about the games, my record was a surprising 3 losses, 1 win, and 1 draw. It was 5 rounds at 75 minutes per round. And if you hit top 4, you get to play the finals game. So people who did well play 6 games, but most of us played 5. I just wanted to rock the whole thing. That's why I stayed. Even though after game 4, I was exhausted. Still fun. 3 losses, 1 win, 1 draw. So if you don't beat anyone, if no one's dead on your table by end of timer, doesn't matter. I think you get 1 final turn each once time is up, and you get like a few minutes to finish that off, maybe 10 minutes, I think. And if no one's dead, it's a draw, right? Technically my last game, oh no, somebody who did win my final game. They were at a stalemate, but one guy had a slightly bigger advantage to ease out a win. But yeah, my 1 win didn't feel right because it was a 3-man pod, because cap was 32 players, but they only got 31. So one table always had 3 players, and I happened to join one of those, and the third person had to take a work call, and we waited for them for like, I think 20 minutes, and they still didn't make it back. So it was a bye. He joined afterwards. He caught us playing, but we were already like 4 turns deep. That was too late, and like he knew that he couldn't join. So, and I fought a Garland player who kept burning both of us, but kept paying life for his deck. And when he paid a lot of life to try to kill 2 of my creatures, I just countered it, and he's like, I'm at 8, you're at 20, you have a better board, I'll just concede, I'll grab lunch. Then he just bounces off. Yeah, that was my rate. And I will say, $30 deck, $30 budget, trashy, whatever I could find here, no game changers. You had a limit of 3. I have game changers. I have the 1 ring, for fuck's sake. I could have put it here. I did not, because it's in another deck and I didn't want to take it apart. It couldn't outrace the efficient decks, because they were just way too not completely efficient, because you know the game, it would have been ridiculous if they didn't have any limits, because these people, there's so much money in these decks, hundreds. I think rough estimate of what I was able to see on their board, $500 minimum for their decks. $30 for this pile of garbage. It did stuff. I was able to play Magic the Gathering for all 5 games. Granted, it wasn't a lot, but it was doing what the Golbez do. He's very slow also. He's very slow, and I honestly don't have a proper win condition outside of the gimmick, which they saw and they did try to stop. And I don't know if it was because I had blue. It probably was. People were respecting the Golbez. They were like, me fully tapped out, nothing. Had a grip of cards, but nothing on board, nothing. And he's like, he's the blue player, ask him if you want your stuff to resolve. And I'm like, go? Alright, sure. What that? No, cool, alright, sick. Funny, great, respect. They respected the Golbez $30. I'm not exactly proud, but I'm very impressed as to how decently it held up. I had probably the most life usually, until I was actively being targeted, because I turned off a Sephiroth deck with my promo foil, the Darkness Crystal, because that ruined his entire game plan. That was actually hilarious. I don't know where it is. Good lord. Funny story, because what happened was he tried to cast Living Death. No, not tried. He did cast Living Death. And I had Darkness Crystal out already because it's an artifact, and Golbez likes artifacts. And I did tell them that, like, if a non-token creature would die, and if a non-creature an opponent controls would die, exile it instead, and I gain 2 life. And then for 4 black, I can put one of the target creatures exiled with Darkness Crystal to my battlefield. with a 1/1 with two 1/1 counters. He casted Living Death. No one countered it. I got so many creatures. The stack under this was so high. And people be bringing out the triple sleeve decks. Stacks. It's like this big old ridiculous sandwich size. I didn't get to cast anything. I still lost. That was the draw game because we couldn't kill each other by the time ran out. But boy, Darkness Crystal, good. And they were like, what the fuck is that? Black spells cost one less? What? But yeah, decky profile, I do have the list. I'll put it up. The game plan is, well, there's a bunch of Final Fantasy cards in here too. The game plan is, of course, we surveil a lot. We put down artifacts, artifact creatures. I wish I had more. I probably should have more. There is a Flare of Denial in here. Counterspell. Protection. Dude, nobody ran removal, I swear. People ran effect removal where creatures were pinging for stuff when they enter. No one actually just had a straight up kill spell. Fucking protection meant nothing. Hexproof meant nothing. God damn. Other Golbez. Cameo's Journal. I finally get to play this old card that I pulled. Here's my all-stars. Mainly Malboro, but the Golbez loop is at your end step, if you control 4 or more artifacts, return a creature card from your graveyard to your hand. If you happen to control 8, each opponent loses life based on the returned creature's power. I was able to do that once the entire game. They kept stopping my artifact count. They kept it, I think, 4 to 6. Lowest was 3, so I couldn't do the gimmick. But when I did, I just kept returning to my hand. These two are very good with Golbez. Because the weakness of the mirror is there's no land ramp, right? But these two have island cycling and swamp cycling. You can look for land cards and guarantee yourself a land per turn by cycling them to your graveyard and just returning them with Golbez at end step. Doesn't matter if you get the burn life loss thing, and if you do, it's 5 power, it's 4 power, it's pretty decent. Malboro Bad Breath does so much when it enters the battlefield. It's pretty great. Ice Flan, stun counter, sure. But the Malboro, big all-star, like they saw the loop and like, that's pretty good. That's a good combo synergy. And my other problem is I didn't really have a win con because creatures got so big so fast. Like Mascara Worm did nothing. I got hit for 40 damage in the air off of a, what's her name? Lightning Sister. Sarah. Legends. Celestial Legends. Otoyo also a good all-star. Every time I surveil, I draw a card. My hero, FF4, represent. I really wanted to bust these two out and transform it. Never got the chance. Emmet Selk I saw once in the graveyard. Put him into my hand. Never got to cast him. Another thing that kept happening though was this. Side quest card collection that transforms. It's not an artifact. It's an enchantment that lets you draw 3, discard 2. But when you transform it, it becomes a magic card. Get it? A magic card? It's a mount in Final Fantasy 14. It's a flying carpet for 4 damage. And despite me hating on whatchamacallit, where the hell is it? This the plot point of FF8 that nobody likes, that I've pulled multiple times. This actually did so much work at the commander party. Because you technically draw 3. Because you reveal the top 5, put 1 into your hand, an opponent will then choose 1 to put in the bottom of your deck, then you pick another one, then your opponent picks another one, then you take the last one. So you draw 3, it has flashback, it casted this so many times. It was hilarious. Nothing else came out. Nothing important. Dang it. God damn. Thopter Fab did come out. Black Mage's Rod did work. Very nice. I didn't put Cornered by Black Mages, maybe I should have. Circle of Power also came up a few times. I was able to cast my Black Mages and use my tokens. I had fun. I was able to bring out stuff. And since you could always just create a hero token, of course, instead of using the one they gave, I just brought out my FF14 character. There you go, in all her foily glory. There's at least, I think, a minimum 2 of them out there. And to be fair, the colorless nature of the hero token came into play because Cloud Midgar Mercenary equipped with the swords of whatever can actually be blocked by colorless things. I think that's what was happening. They couldn't get in. Like, they would still overpower with damage, but the fact that they can't get their triggers off was kind of hilarious. So yeah, I will put the deck list in the description if you're watching on YouTube. It's $30 again. Super cheap. You could go far with Golbez. He's very fun. He's also super duper mega hyper cheap right now. I don't think he's gonna be all that expensive. Very fun. One of my favorite Final Fantasy villains, Final Fantasy characters. For those watching live now, this will be part of the YouTube thingy. Maybe I should have said bye-bye first. I don't know. Maybe it's time to just play more Magic Arena since there's no power outage tonight. Yeah.